good day to all of you. My name is Maria Kądzielska and you're watching Poland Daily Culture. We talk today about the form of help and for the refugees, Ukrainian refugees in Poland, because as you all know, the war is still going on. The civilians are still threatened by the Russian troops, and the atrocities of the Russian army are horrible, and they horrify us all. And of course, those people, the first stop they have is Poland, and most of them, it's actually Warsaw. And the question is how to help them in a smart way. With me is Florentyna Dębska, one of the coordinators of the night shelter in Warsaw for Ukrainians. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And as I understand, you are not, I would say, a professional social health care or a person who works with people in need. You, who started this shelter, are not such kind of people. You just have seen the need and the desperate need, with a situation which those people ended up in from when the war in Ukraine started. And of course, we still see a lot of Ukrainian refugees in Warsaw. You have this night shelter in one of the churches in Warsaw, where you can take up to 14 people to stay, to rest, to wash themselves, to change their clothes, and everything else which is needed, especially for people who did such a long journey. Tell us a little bit about your personal stories, because as I understand, you have very quickly relocate them in different places, so you kind of have a spectrum of different people who are coming and going. So you see their stories.
Yes, absolutely. We see people from all ages, from few months old to being over 70 years old. We have single mothers that come with children, or we have bigger families, sometimes with fathers as well. So yes, there's a huge spectrum. We also have grannies with grandchildren. I remember this one little boy. He was 11 years old. He was one of our first guests that came to our shelter. There were still some last-minute construction works going on. We were screwing some cupboards and some beds even. And he would always come and ask how he can help, and he would be really helpful actually, and we would always give him tasks what he can do. Whenever one of us as volunteers would drink a tea or a coffee and we would put the cup in the sink with intention to wash it, he would take it away and he would wash it himself, and we were like, don't do that, we're gonna wash it. And it was a way for him to say thank you, you know. He wanted to do that. So we encountered these type of behaviors a lot. We had a little girl with a mother who they stayed in our shelter some time ago, and eventually they were relocated. Now they're awaiting visa to go to Canada. And they liked the place so much that they kept on visiting. And the other day, the girl came and she knew where the water was, she knew where the sweets were, and she was, you know, finding her way in the shelter as if it was her own house, her own home. And she played with the children that she never seen before. She showed them where are the toys, what they can use, how they can play. And it was amazing to see that these people do treat this place like their house.
So I can see that those bonds are created very quickly, and especially in this time of need, that the Ukrainians themselves kind of give each other help as well.
Yes, exactly. These bonds are between the families within our shelter, but also between volunteers and the families, because truly when you give something, you get so much more back, and we see it as a joy to help these people. It's not a task, it's just a pleasure, and we see the gratitude in their eyes, and we see that sometimes it's actually quite difficult to say goodbye to them, but eventually we see that they are doing great in wherever they are. We had this lady called Svetlana, and She was a nurse in Ukraine, and we managed to find her a nursing job in Germany, and now she's working as a nurse there. A lot of these people also stay in contact with us. Some girls continue to comment and repost our posts about the needs of the shelter. The bonds are being formed every day.
So it seems like also this kind of huge community of Polish and Ukrainians create themselves right now through this kind of help and through this shelter, but I hope also in the whole Polish society and Ukrainian society. And I would say it is a message to all of us that hopefully, even though this war became horrible and is one of the worst experiences which we currently are going through, it will create a great friendship between our two nations, between Polish and Ukrainian nation, and this shelter for Ukrainians in Warsaw is one of the examples for it. So of course, for all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily, if you would like to give them a hand or do something yourself, then you have a link under this video. But of course, as well, go and check out the Fundacja Oczami Nieba, or maybe you yourself have your own idea how to help Ukrainians, and hopefully this war will eventually end.